Greetings, kings, queens, knights, jesters, nobles. This is the second edition of the 19th episode. So let me explain. So I actually shot the 19th episode like three to 4 weeks ago. And as I was editing the video, I somehow deleted it. And I never got a chance to get back to it, to redo it. So, better, late than never, you know what I mean? So now this is the official 19th episode of Outside the Box with Seth Siyon. One-on-one with Seth Siyon. As you see, I'm by myself out here in nature. So and it's very relevant to the topic that I'm talking about as well. So so we jump right into it, man, because I got a lot to talk about, and there'll be no intermissions through this episode, because again, I got a lot to talk about, and I'm gonna get very in depth in things. This episode is gonna be very outside the box. So to all you religious people out there, you know what I'm saying, like
strap up and open your mind. It's going down.
I'm gonna try my best to basically
to get you to see outside the box,
so that everyone can understand. And I'm gonna take my time and like really explain the things that I say. Again, this is outside the box, so this is gonna be deep. Alright, so today's episode is basically talking about, this is gonna be two parts of this. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about first being alone, and then I'm gonna talk about the process of being alone and evolving to who you're supposed to be. Alright. So I'm gonna start off by saying it's important that everyone has isolation time to be alone.
Even though you're not alone.
In this world, we have a lot of broken people whom are dealing with broken people. And that's in relationships, that's in friendships, that's in marriages, that's in a lot of things. It could be your job, relationships, whatever. There's a lot of broken people dealing with broken people. And the reason why is because people haven't took the time to get to know themselves. They haven't took that time to sit there and examine themselves, to understand themselves, to know their demons, to identify their demons, you know what I'm saying? So that causes the world to be the way it is right now. My situation, and not even mine, but a lot of situations people are forced to be isolated. And I can tell you this, like, it was the most enlightening and beautiful experience that I ever had in my life, is when I had that isolation time to really get to know myself. Because in this world today, people have facades. People are actors. And when I say that, I'm saying that, they try to appease other people, and they're not being themselves. Because the way society has trained our minds to be, they don't even realize that they're living in a facade. So of course, if they happen to be in a situation where they're alone, they're not comfortable, because they're like, I don't even know how to be myself around myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always tell people, like, actually look at yourself in the mirror and like talk to yourself, like, and there's nothing crazy about this. Like, tell yourself, I love you, I respect you. You can even ask the question, who are you? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you.
These are things that the world don't teach us, but they'll teach us everything else that has nothing to do with ourselves and nothing to do with life, like evolving in life in general. It's all about training for you to work for me, for you to do what I tell you to do, for me to tell, it's like, so again, this is outside the box. So I tell people, like, even in the earlier days, that they had a system kind of set up, different tribes all over. It ain't just like here, it ain't just in Europe, it ain't just in Asia, whatever. It was all over. But back in them times, they had it set up where when a child gets to a certain age, most times like early teenage, they would send them out in the wilderness, and basically for a certain amount of time, and they would have to survive. And this was like their wilderness trip. This was like their isolation. If I had to put it in layman's terms today, it'd be like somebody going to prison. So they took their time to like just go out in the wilderness, and it was during like the worst time of the year. Most of the time, probably like in the winter or when it was real hot. And it's basically like to test them to see if they can get to know themselves, know their gifts, know their talents, know themselves. And not only that, you realize that you aren't alone. So when people say I don't want to be alone, I get it, but you're really not. And I can go deep on that, but we are not here on our own. First of all, there's a creator. Regardless, I know some people say we just, there's some people out there that just say we just popped up, but I ain't even entertaining that. I'm saying we have a creator. So at the end of the day, we are never alone, and also He is imparted in us. We are parcels of the Creator, Yahweh. So at the end of the day, you're not alone. But when you think that way and you speak that way, then you are going to be alone
because words have power.
You're not giving the
Got to give the recognition where the recognition is due.
The reference where it's due, because you think it's just you, but it's not. There's a whole nother realm all around us that we cannot see. And for all you, people that read the Bible, it says it clearly in 2 Corinthians 4:17-18. The things that we see are not real, but the things that we cannot see are real. That's a source around everything in this realm, in this physical realm anyway. So again, so get back on the subject. So they sent their kids at an age out in the wilderness to basically, learn who they are, their talents, and see if they were strong enough. And not all the times the kids made it back. You know what I'm saying? And that still happens today. Everybody that goes to prison don't make it back. I spent 8 years and I've seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I know that, you're not guaranteed to make it out. You know what I'm saying? You have to build your character. You have to know who you are. There's certain survival modes that you have to be that you have to be when you're in there. And that was the same way back then. It's just a different time. It's just a different era. So yeah. So again, we have to know that in order to I'll put it like this. People want to be with somebody, a significant other. They want to be married. They want to have friends. They want to have relationships with other people, which that's the way it's supposed to be. But you have to understand that in order to make it right, and in order for it to be successful, you have to first have a relationship with yourself. And that's what people skip. Again, it's the way society has trained us. You know what I'm saying? They didn't send us to school to get to know ourselves. They wanted us to get to know their system in order for us to work for their system, in order for them to be the head. You know what I'm saying? And even in other countries, I know specifically Asia, like they when the kids go to school, they teach them about themselves. Like they teach them how to meditate. They teach them how to do things that helps the soul. Again, what we see is only physical, but it's not our source. We have a soul, and in order for us to evolve in this world, we have to nurture our soul. We have to feed our soul with knowledge. We have to nurture it with the proper techniques as far as like sleeping, eating right,
prayer,
meditating, grounding yourself with nature. It's like certain basic fundamentals that people don't even know about. They just think it's just just go to school, go to college, go to work, and that's it. No. It's so much deeper than that. And I do give credit, like now we're in an era and we're in a time there where people are starting to awaken. Their third eye is starting to open up a little bit, and people are starting to, like, it's a shift. It's been a shift in the world, and this shift is something that's not very obvious, but if you're in tune, you can see it, you can feel it. So it's like one of the things that if you're not in tune to it, you won't even know it. But I can say that you can just see, even on like watching TV now, how people are starting to be more conformed to the truth, when the truth was always like hidden. People didn't speak the truth. People always spoke again, trying to appease people. But now it's like it's starting to be a shift. People are starting to speak the truth, and they're getting persecuted for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's a part of the journey. When you do speak the truth, you got to expect that. But you also have to understand that you're going to be protected at the same time. Because at the end of the day, the truth shall set you free, John 8:32. So yeah, once you get to an age where you see things aren't working out, because I see it all the time, like, people get in relationships just because they're lonely, because they don't really know themselves, but you'll end up getting to this like circle where you end up going through the same things in relationships. And it don't have to be with just like a man or woman. It could be with friends, like whatever. Because everybody has different relationships, so I'm not going to point out one. So any kind of relationship, you'll see yourself going in a circle.
The circle of life.
You go from one to the next, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And that's the universe telling you, like, until you understand who you are, until you get to know yourself, until you get to know your demons, until you learn how to love yourself, you're going to continue going through this circle. Because what people are doing is they're looking for their significant other to fulfill something that they're lacking within themselves, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You are the only person that can love you the way you need to be loved. You can't get it from no one else or nothing else. You have to get it from yourself. So in order to get that fulfillment, you have to take the necessary time to be to yourself until you do. And that way, when you do get in a relationship, or when you get into a friendship, or whatever the situation is, you won't expect that. And also, you'll learn how to just love a person for who they are. Everybody ain't meant to be friends. Everybody ain't meant to be together. And that's the thing about it. Once you know yourself, you'll be able to identify, like, you know what? I know this person. I can't be with this person, or I can't be around this person. And it's not personal. It is what it is. So that's the benefits of getting to know yourself. That way, you can eliminate a lot of drama. You can eliminate a lot of stress. You can eliminate a lot of hurt. You can eliminate a lot of pain, and you can eliminate a lot of disappointment. You see what I'm saying? It's simple recipe. Again, it's not easy for people to get it, because, like I said, this is something that hasn't been taught. This is something that hasn't been even in churches. People, they want you to worship something that's
that you can see and touch.
That's, everybody has their own beliefs, but again, you just have to get to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to it starts with yourself, and the Creator is within you. You don't have to go to space. You don't have to look up in the sky. You don't have to go to a building. You don't have to go to no creek. I'm just saying that the Creator, Yahweh, is within you. So if you want to know Him, get to know Him, it starts with you. It starts with you. Simple as that. All right, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna pull up this drawing that I drew, right, to kind of explain exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up now. And I already have the paper right here, so I'm gonna walk you through it as I put it up. All right, so if you look at the screen, now, if you look to your, I have two circles. All right, they're intertwining. Okay, the one on the right represents the world, and the one on the left represents the truth. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this thing and try to explain this the best way I can for understanding. Okay, so we're gonna start with the world because that's where we start at. Okay, when we come into the world. Okay, and I'm gonna go through each term that I have written, explaining it. So this world, everything is an illusion, and the illusion is what you see and what you perceive to be true. That's an illusion, because like I said, the things that are real we cannot see. Also, the world represents attachment. When we come in, we get attached to things. We get attached to people. We get attached to our parents. We get attached to our kids. We get attached to our loved ones. We get attached to things. People get attached to their houses, to their cars, to their clothes. I can go on forever. It's basically what I'm saying is people get attached to things in this part of the world when we first come in. Also, people have a veil over their eyes in which they are blinded, because again, what we can see is not real. And I'm gonna get into this on the next phase. All right, and then also you see that box, where it says the veil of blindness, a box that says worldly knowledge and also religion, and that's where most people start. They start with the worldly knowledge. It could be from anything in school, college, and then it could go to religion. And most people, when they start, they only deal with one religion. And it's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me clarify that. Even if you're Christian, even if you're Muslim, Hinduism, Buddhism, and it's so many religions. Like I could keep going. Jewish, I can keep going. But I'm just giving like the main ones that most people will identify by watching this podcast. And that's that box. I call it a box because it's you're restricted. You have limits. You have boundaries that are very like close around you. You don't have too far to wiggle in this box, because again, it's the worldly religion and it's religion. So if you look down, you see the word bondage. So basically, you're in bondage. You're in bondage. You may not know it. You may not think so, but I give you an example. So you go to school. People, we in the U.S. per se, we was raised to go to school, graduate. Either you go to work after you graduate, or you go to college and pursue something higher. But at the end of the day, where's your freedom at? Because I've met doctors, right? They go to school, go to college, do an extra, 4 years in college to be a doctor. And by the time they finish, getting that degree, they owe all this money back. So it's like they really like playing catch up. And even then, like, okay, you still are bound. You know what I'm saying? You still are bound. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, if because at the end of the day, we all here for a purpose, right? And I don't want to knock nobody for doing what they enjoy doing. I don't want nobody doing what they love. I don't care if it's working at McDonald's. I don't care if it's working, at Walmart, whatever. Everybody has a purpose. Okay? So I want to clarify that. I don't want to knock nobody for doing what they do or what they've done. All I'm saying is that's the way we have been trained. That's the way, but everybody is not like that. And, I can speak for myself and I can speak for people that I'm around. Everybody's not like that. A lot of people work because, it pays the bills, but it's not nothing they enjoy doing. It's not nothing that they even thought about doing. It's just something that they're doing to make ends meet. A lot of people live check to check. A lot of people, and the thing about it is a lot of people have, they do have dreams, but they are scared, or they don't know how to pursue them because they're being trapped in this box where they don't even have, like, once you get in a field or job, once you get out, you don't even have time to think about things that you could do or dreams or whatever you want to pursue because your time is consumed. You working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's just average, you know. I mean, some people working 6-7 days a week, 12-hour shifts. I'm just giving an example. So I'm saying, like, you have people, you don't even have time because once you get off, you have your obligations when you get home or whatever. If it's kids, if it's, you got to cook or whatever, and then you have to rest. So I mean, when do you have time to even, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. And also, I would add, in other countries, they're not like that. Europe is a good example. South America is a good example too. They don't work 5 days a week. They may work 3 to 4, and I think their hours is like maximum 6 hours. You see what I'm saying? So, and it's a fact. They did a research on it. They actually make more money and are more productive by doing that versus doing the classic 5 days, 8 hours a week. And like I said, you can Google this. I'm not just speaking outside of my neck. So yeah, so like when you come in, you in a 3D world. Okay, you're in a 3D world. So now, go over to where it says the Matrix. Okay, and I'm gonna break all this. I'm gonna go back over it too and explain the different shifts. So the Matrix, most people have seen the movie The Matrix. Okay, Neo, you know what I'm saying, the Chosen. So if you watch that movie, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what's happening in the Matrix. So in the Matrix, that's when your consciousness kick in. You become a conscious because your third eye is opening. Your third eye is opening. Again, what we see with these two eyes, natural eyes, the things are not real. But when that third eye starts opening, you start seeing things that you never seen.
And seeing things for what they truly are.
Most people can't see because their third eye is not open. And also in the Matrix, it's a period of separation, which I just talked about, being alone. Again, you're not alone. I'm just trying to put it for people can understand. You're not alone, but you would think you was alone. And so the Matrix is a time of separation because during this time, you really have to separate from the world in order to
understand the spiritual realm,
like take in what's coming to you now at this point where your third eye is open. Because what happens is when that third eye start opening, you have to be to yourself because you'll start to awaken and see things and know things, and what people in the world gonna think is you crazy. Trust me, I've been through this. They gonna think you crazy because they're like, hold on, because they used to you being like this. So now that you become consciousness and awake, they like, oh man, this person is going crazy now. They talking crazy now. They talking about stuff that they ain't know it. So again, that's the importance of that separation. Because doing the Matrix, you have to understand the things that you are receiving. You can't just speak what you think and what you see, because you don't have the full understanding. It's like you're an infant. When a baby come out the womb, their eyes first open up. They really can't see, but they can. But they see that light, and that's what happens when you're in the Matrix. You see that light, but you're not fully seeing the things that you know how to explain or whatever. So yeah, the Matrix. That's the Matrix. And you see the Matrix intertwines with the world, and now I'm about to talk about the truth. Okay, so when you make it through the Matrix to the truth, now you have all knowledge. You have all knowledge. Everything is one. It could be anything from religions. All religions are one. Now, when you get to the truth, you learn how to decipher from the truth of that knowledge and the ego of that knowledge. And all religion has both. All religion has ego. All religions have falsehood, and all religions have truth. So when you get to this realm of the truth, you learn how to decipher and discern the truth from the ego, because all religion has been tampered with through man and through their selfish ambition. I say it like that. Also, if you go down, and when you get to the truth, you become free. That's when you really become free, because now you're not bound by worldly traditions. You're not bound by worldly knowledge. You're not bounded by a religion, because now you're free spirited now. You really living in your freedom. Also, in the truth, you see nature. When you get to the truth, you become one with nature. You realize nature is the creator. That's what gives us life. It's what sustains us. Nature is what, it gives us life at the same time. And you become one with it. You learn how to appreciate it. You learn how to grind yourself to it. You learn how to become one with it. Like going out, hugging trees, walking barefooted, learning how to drink out the streams, and again, you become one with nature, and that's a beautiful thing when you become one with nature, because you're not bound again by society as like just being in the city, being in the town. Being where people are, going out to do, find something to do that you think is fun. Man, you go out in nature, man. It's like you're in a whole nother realm at itself. It's like you're in a whole nother realm. You're away from all the pollution. You're away from all the chaos, and you're away from the news, because think about the news. When you watch the news, people that watch the news, what they talk about? The same thing. It's always people getting killed, it's always political, it's always somebody giving their opinion about something. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have an opinion, but is it true? Opinion is not true. It's what you perceive, it's what you think. So why am I gonna listen to somebody on what they think when I already have my own truth and have my own thoughts, and I got to examine my own thoughts on top of that? Even the weather, they not all the time perfect on the weather. I mean, yeah, they're gonna give you a general idea how it's gonna be, but again, the creator show you all the time that you might watch news and be like, it's gonna be a sunny day. Oh, you think that? All right, watch this. A storm come, then they gonna be like, well, we didn't see that storm. Nah, man, scratch that. All right, so I'm gonna keep going so we keep going down. Now, if you go down past nature, you see belief. Now you believe, because a lot of people say they believe in so-called God, whatever. I call him Yahweh. Some people say they believe in Yahweh, but really they don't. It's just what's been. They just, like I said, people that come from the world, they try to appease other people, and they copy other people. So if you go to a church hearing the same thing over and over, eventually you're going to start saying it too. And you don't even know why you're saying it. Give you a prime example. When someone sneezes, what's most people say? Bless you. But why? Why you saying bless you for? Like, I'm not saying you can't say that. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, why are you saying it? Like, what's the reason for it? No, it's because that's what you're used to hearing. It's part of that tradition thing. You're used to hearing that. Instead of like understanding why you're saying it, you're just saying it. So when you believe, you stop all that, because now you understand that you can live off your truth and what you believe to be true, and your belief, and be, I'm not gonna say proud, but be honored to speak on your beliefs without feeling shame, without feeling doubt. You're bold with it now. You know what I'm saying? You're speaking boldness. I'm not saying cocky, you're being bold. and you speak your truth, in a way that, people aren't gonna like question you or second guess you. Okay, and then the last one I got up under the truth is detachment, which is very, 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 very important. Detachment, because I spoke about attachment in the world. Once you get through that matrix and get to the truth, you become detached. You become detached to people. You become detached to things, and you become detached to all the lies and all the traditions and all the beliefs that you were brought up on. And this is very important, because now when you're detached, you don't depend on nobody now. If somebody is there to help you evolve, if somebody is there genuinely to to help you grow, then that's the people you're gonna be around. You're not gonna be around the people, and it don't even matter if it's your family. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your granddaddy. If they're not aligned, if they're not there to help you evolve, or if they're not there to support you genuinely, you're not gonna be around them. Because now you understand that just because somebody say they're your family, your blood, that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. Anybody can say that. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones that are there for you to help you evolve, to help you be who you supposed to be, to help you grow, to love you genuinely. You know what I'm saying? And not just because they feel like they have to. And sometimes you have that in families. You know what I'm saying? The love is not genuine. They be like, well, it's my son, so I got to love him. Or this my mama, or this my dad, I got to love him. It ain't genuine. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the detachment part comes in, is because now you're learning how to form genuine relationships, and you're not dependent on no one, and that can be a significant other, to fulfill your gladness, to fulfill you loving, to fulfill who you are. Because a lot of times people have connections with people, and it's all for their gratification. See what I'm saying? When you start to have true connections, that means you can start being yourself. That means you don't have to appease to what they want you to be, or appease to how they want you to do things and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now you like, you know what? If you don't love me for me, if you can't accept me for me, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hard feelings. But I want somebody that's gonna genuinely love me for who I am, not for who they want me to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you start to have genuine connections. All right, so now I'm gonna go back up where it says the truth. You see a little drawing of a person, right? It's like he's like ascending. So the last step is ascension, your conscious ascending. And when your conscious ascends, it goes to the beyond. It goes to eternity. It goes to infinity, where there are no boundaries, where there's no time, where there's no limit, where it's total bliss. And that's the goal. That's the goal, is to get there. You want your conscience to ascend to the beyond. And I'll give you a educational fact. The term Hebrew, which was who Yahweh, that was the first people whom he said were his people, starting with Abraham. So the word Hebrew means, in Hebrew, it means Ivri. I-B-R-I, Ivri. Ivri means beyond. So putting it in text, that was the whole point. When Abraham did what he did, when he was about to sacrifice his son, his conscience ascended to the beyond. And that's where the term Ivri and what we call in English Hebrew comes from. Because now he was about to attempt the ultimate sacrifice, and he stopped him right as he was about to do it, because he knew he was about to do it. That's when he went to the beyond. So that was a early example in the first book in Genesis, and it's still like that today. Again, it's just different times. But that is the goal, is to ascend, to ascend our conscious to the beyond, to eternity, to where there's no time, no boundaries, no limit, and total bliss. That is the goal. All right, so I'm gonna pull this chart down, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all one-on-one about about this. All right, so first off, again, everybody has a purpose, and I can even go around it. There's been some people that has been reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? People have been here before, and I would say the reason why is because they never got to that point of conscious ascension. So what happens is they keep coming back. Sometimes they might make it to the matrix, and then sometimes they might, as far as they go, is the matrix. And again, you'll keep coming back. But if you do, I would say this: if you did make it to the matrix, when you come back, you will be more enlightened. You'll be more enlightened. And I don't know if anybody ever went through the whole thing one try. I don't know. But again, you'll keep coming back until you make it. Some people make it to the truth, and they didn't ascend their conscious mind, so they end up coming back. But again, those people that come back like that, they're gonna be very, very they're gonna be very, very conscious when they do come back. And most people say they have old souls. That's where that comes from, because they did make it far, but they just didn't ascend. So it's deep. It's very deep. Again, you go from 3D to the matrix to 5D, and then from 5D, that's where you go. And I would say this, again, going back to being alone but not being alone. Take the time to know yourself. I would say this too also. The children that are being born like today, these children are the ones that have been to the truth, but didn't quite ascend. But the importance of them coming back is to open the eyes of the world, and that's a lot of them now. And these kids are they are so enlightened. They're so gifted. Like I said, these kids were here before, and they was in that 5D. So they're coming back. They chose to come back. They're coming back to enlighten the world, because for those who do read the Bible, where it talks about the go fits, it's gonna be, you're gonna be over here or over here. All right. So right now, as I showed you on that chart, the worlds are parallel from each other, and they're crossing one another. But what's gonna happen is we get to a point where you're gonna either be on this side or you're gonna either be on this side. The matrix is all a part of you choosing. Again, some people go to the matrix and they go back to the world because they feel like they're going crazy, or they feel like it's too much. Some people just feel like they can't handle it, so they go back to the world. But very rarely do you find somebody that goes to the truth and goes back to the matrix or to the world. That'd be very rare. I'm not saying it's never happened, but that's very rare for someone. Cause once you get to the truth part, like the world and the matrix is obsolete. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like you got it now. It's like somebody going to college and then wanting to go back to high school. Only thing you're gonna miss about high school is like your friends and the times you had, but the whole college experience is something that you want to thrive from. You know what I'm saying? So it's very rare that somebody goes to the truth and goes backwards. Not saying it doesn't happen. But it's very rare. But that's the whole point. That's the whole gist of this podcast. Is to get people to think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? This is 101 with Seth, Siyon, by the way. And also, before I forget, I want to first of all make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Appreciate everybody. Also comment. Definitely comment. Definitely, I want to hear you. I want to hear your views and your comments. Also, I want to throw up my donation links for anybody who likes the show and would like to donate by anything, any funds you want to enhancing the show, and that will be appreciated. I did this freestyle again. Like I had a whole like podcast, and I had to delete it. So, and it was like I had a little script to it, but this time I said, I ain't do no script this time. Maybe it won't meant for me. Maybe it won't meant for that one to come out because it needed to be like this. It needed to be more natural. Just me speaking one-on-one, without any notes about anything. Just speaking the truth, speaking my truth. Yeah. So again, get to know yourself, man. Like, let's change the narrative, man. Heal yourself, because the only way this world's gonna be healed is it starts with one another, ourselves. We gotta heal ourselves. We have to put in the work to do the necessary things to heal ourselves first. That way, it won't be broken messing with the broken. It won't be the blind leading the blind. It won't be all this discord that's going on today. And it's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen overnight. But again, if I can just get one person to understand and see this and do that work, then I did my job. I did my job. So yeah, share this with anybody that you feel needs to hear this. I feel like if you're watching this, somebody that needs to hear this. It's not about me. It's not about me at all. But I'm all about cause see, I did the necessary work, and I put in a lot of time to get where I'm at now, and I had to do it one-on-one with the Creator. I didn't have a guide. I didn't have nobody like me to guide me. I didn't have nobody like me to encourage me. I didn't have nobody like me to educate me, to give me wisdom and knowledge. It was just me and the Creator. I had to figure it out on my own. So by doing it that way, I know that's why I was put here for. I'm put here to be the messenger, to be the one to help people. I'm the cheat code. How about that? I'm the cheat code. If I might be telling my age, So if anybody remember the game Contra on Nintendo, it's a cheat code you can use in the beginning that'll give you infinite lives. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. If you know that code, no. But anyway, so yeah, I'm the cheat code. I'm giving you infinite lives. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's not about me. Just I'm here to give back of what I received. See what I'm saying? And if I can help anybody or get anybody to this 5D, get them through this matrix, get them out of this world, then that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I ain't worried about the rest of it because I know I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people don't like to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's people out there in the world that try to block the truth. But again, you got to understand we're not here on our own. I promise you that. And it's a source with everything. And with that source, I don't care what man does or what he says or what he think he can do. He can't. He can't. So take heed of what I say. Again, appreciate everybody being patient. I know it's been a while since I've been on, like maybe almost 4 weeks almost. So, but I made it my business to do this today. Didn't even plan on doing it today. I just got up and some just told me as I was coming back from the store, do the podcast. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. I did already write that diagram out showing you the 3D matrix and the 5D, but that was also given to me through a dream. So, but I knew it was a appointed timing for me to present it, and today was that appointed timing. So just learning how to be obedient, learning how to do things when I want to do it, and doing it because like I'm pretty sure if I done it any other time, if this wouldn't have turned out the way it did. So, and like I said, this ain't even me. I'm just speaking what I'm downloading and what's coming to me. Because again, I have no script here. So yeah, Take time to get to know yourself, love yourself. Hold on, before I leave, this is the only thing last thing I want to talk about. We have to learn as people. We have to learn as a people to know how to tell the truth, no matter what. No matter what. It's been it's like we lie to appease other people, or to not hurt people's feelings, or not to put ourselves in a situation where we fucked up. I don't give a look. For one thing, ain't nobody in this goddamn world perfect. First of all, second of all, we are here to learn from our mistakes. So lying again is only putting you further in that mud. It's only putting you further in the mud. I'll give you a prime example. And I'm just say somebody with their significant other. I'm not gonna say just man or woman, because I know it's so much, whatever. So what I'm saying to you is, like, a significant you and your significant other. Say for instance, and I'm gonna go to the stream with it. One of you cheat, okay? It's been so normalized in society for us to be like, oh, I can't, I'm gonna try to hide this, or I can't say this, or I'm gonna take this to the grave, But what ends up happening, that person gonna find out. It's a universal law that people forget. What is hidden in the dark shall motherfucking come to the light. You can't get around that. And I don't care how good you are at it. I don't care how good you cover your tracks. It's gonna come out. Trust and believe that. You can take that. I'm talking about. You can take that check to the bank, and I guarantee you're gonna get cash. What is hidden in the dark shall come to the light. Again, we are not perfect. Now, if you do that, this is just think about it one time. Give that person the option. Give that person the option. Tell the truth. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I fucked up. I messed around, and speak your truth. You can say, hey, I just got caught in the moment. It wasn't nothing serious. Or you can say, you know what? I've been really liking this person for a long time, and it just was the opportunity. Let that person decide. Cause I've known people that be like, you know what? If they just came and told me the truth, then I wouldn't even, I might would have wanted to work it out, or, cause I could trust them now. You know what I'm saying? I could trust her now. You see what I'm saying? You gotta give people that option. And also understand that, if you are in a situation and you feel like you have to cheat, then that's another point I'm making about knowing yourself, knowing how to pull away, learning how to pull out without being disrespectful, learning how to pull out without hurting somebody's feelings, just being honest, just speaking your truth. See what I'm saying? That's what has been taken away from society, is the truth. People want to always lie. And they lie about their feelings. They lie about what they want. Everything is lies. There's nothing true no more. So, but at the end of the day, everything has a season. And nature teaches us that. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Everything has an expiration date as well. Everything teaches us that in the world. Everything. You go to the grocery store and you get some meat. It's gonna have an expiration date. Nothing is forever in this realm. Nothing lasts forever in this realm. You may be feeling good one day, but it's gonna be one day you're not gonna be feeling so good. That's just the way it is. So, speaking this, why do you force yourself to be with somebody or something that just has expired? You know what? I enjoyed this time we had together. I appreciate you, but I need to go. I need to move on. Like, it's something else for me. It's somebody else out there for me. What's wrong with that? Why can't we as a people be understanding to that and accepting that at the same time? Why would you want somebody that you supposedly love to be miserable? I mean, why? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Again, I feel like the world already know what love is. Because you know what? Love is not possession. Love is is limitless freedom. You want if I love somebody, I want them to be happy. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's what love is. But so the way the world puts love is all about you. It's all about what you want. It's all about how you feel. It's all about your emotions. No, fuck that. It ain't. No, that's a lie. And I'm putting it out there. That's a fucking lie. Love is love. That means you want this person to be happy. You wake up in the morning and say, what can I do to make sure this person has a good day? What can I do to let this person know that I love them? What can I do to help this person out today? Or what can I not do to help this person out? We need to have this conversation, man. Stop doing the same old shit. I tell you, man, this shit is like an eternal circle, man. We keep doing the same shit all the time. You're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. Deuteronomy 2:3. Read it. You're not going nowhere. All you're doing is making circles. You're making circles. And not only that, you're making circles, but you put more diseases on yourself. You put more illnesses on yourself. You put more. I mean, it's just you're killing yourself, basically, man. You're just killing yourself. Learn how to love and be happy. Learn how to be truthful. Tell the truth. John 8:32. The truth shall set you free every single time. It may be uncomfortable, and at the end of the day, that's the whole point. It's not gonna be comfortable to tell the truth, especially if you do something that you know you fucked up at. It's not gonna be comfortable. But again, it's all about you in the begin with. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and understand that the way I feel like this because I should have did this. Everything is, we're here to learn. We're not here to solely survive. We're here to learn. We're here to evolve. We're here to grow. Because this is not it. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. This determines where we go next. You see what I'm saying? So we're here to learn. Nobody's here to be perfect. Nobody's here to be perfect. But I promise you, if you tell the truth, you'll be more respected. You'll respect yourself. You'll be more willing to learn and evolve and not do things over and over again. Because you're like, okay, all right, I know what's gonna happen if I do this now. I ain't gonna go through that no more. I learned my lesson that time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had to put that out. I definitely had to put that out there. And you know what I'm saying? Because you know, I know a lot of people, and I ain't putting about. First of all, I'm putting my name in there, but I know a lot of people that were in relationships that messed around, but because they lied and tried to hide it so much that the other person was like, if you had just told me, we might be still together, or we'll probably be still together if you just told me. And now they feel like an ass because it's like, damn, if I had known that, I would just told me. But again, it's the way the world, society has trained us. You ain't taking nothing to the grave. I promise you that. And whoever made that up, which I could probably yeah, I know where that come from. Yeah, but anyway, I ain't gonna even get on that because that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so y'all please learn how to tell the truth. And I love y'all. Peace be with you all. And make sure y'all tune in to the next episode of Outside the Box with Seth, Siyon. Que pasa mi gente? Wepa. Hey, look here. Tell the truth. Ascend. Grow. Do what you are here to do. And if you don't know, get to know yourself. You'll figure it out. It'll come to you. I promise you. It'll come to you. You ain't gotta be a slave. You don't gotta be a slave. You know, you thought it was slavery back in the 1700s. Nah, it's worse now. It's up here. It's up here. You ain't gotta be a slave. Hey, I'm trying to take you through the Underground Railroad. I'm trying to set you free. It's up to you. It's up to you to follow. It's up to you to take heed. But you ain't gotta be a slave no more. This is the time right now for people to awaken, for people to be conscious, open up that third eye. This is the time right now, today. Take heed, people. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love. Peace.